There's never been a better time to be a nursing student at West Virginia Wesleyan. No waiting list for admission, generous financial aid, and graduates who are leaders in healthcare throughout the nation. Now you can earn a master's degree in nursing at Wesleyan too. Go to wvwc.edu and see what a Wesleyan education can do for you.
My name is Andrea Jones, and I'm a senior at Elkins High School. My freshman and sophomore years, I played soccer for the high school team. I'm a member of the National Honor Society and the Spanish Honor Society at our school. In my free time, I like to spend time with my family and friends. And I participate in 4-H and youth group at the church I attend. And I also have a job. And I feel that I'm responsible and trustworthy and hardworking and honest. And I want to be the American Scholar because I've worked really hard through high school and to maintain my grades, and I'm going to continue working hard through college to maintain my grades as well. And I think that winning an award like this would just be amazing. And I've always looked at Wesleyan for my college choice. I mean, I've looked at other schools, but none of the other schools seem to have the attributes that I was looking for. So I always kept going back to Wesleyan, and whenever I was applying for this scholarship, it just seemed like it was for me. I currently enrich myself through serving others. It's something I like to do, and I think it's really important to help other people, and I just like to make somebody else's life a little bit simpler or their job a little bit simpler. And I enrich my community through most of the service that I do is through 4-H or church. Through 4-H, I participate in activities such as Adopt a Highway, as well as other activities. And through my church youth group, we worked on a lady's house, and she was a single mother, and so a lot of simple maintenance had been left undone. So our youth group went over to her house, and we performed the tasks that she needed, and the lady was very grateful. And she was pretty much speechless because she didn't know how to thank us, but it was really amazing to do something like that for somebody in your community. I serve others through, I get most of my opportunities to serve others through 4-H and church. The church that I attend is really involved in mission work locally, nationally, and internationally. I've went on mission trips to Belfast, Northern Ireland, and Hendersonville, North Carolina. And in July of 2010, I'm going to go on a trip to Costa Rica for mission work. In both of the trips to North Carolina and Northern Ireland, we didn't have any idea what exactly we were going to be doing before we got there, but I think in the end that made the trip that much more fulfilling to me and my youth group members as well. In Northern Ireland, the city was getting ready for some reconstruction. So we cleaned out a warehouse, and we set some of the items up in it to sell, and then the money we made was going to benefit a charity in Belfast. And in North Carolina, we worked on an elderly lady's house, and we put a new roof on her house, and we cleaned up the inside. And I think the biggest thing we did all week was just give her company, because she seemed like she was really lonely. She didn't have any family or anything. So I think the judges should choose me for the American Scholar because I'm responsible and hardworking, and I understand that winning an award this big is a privilege, and it comes with a lot of responsibility, and I need to show the judges that they made a good choice in choosing me as the American Scholar. And I want to attend Wesleyan because it's a small school, it doesn't have a lot of kids, and it's a small localized community, and I grew up in a small town, and so I know that I'd be able to adapt really well to Wesleyan. And I just like the town. I mean, I've visited Buckhannon, and I really like it. So, and then with the smaller student body, there's not as many kids per classroom, and I think this allows students to know their teacher and know their professor, and know the other kids in their class, and then I think with a smaller classroom, you're not as afraid to ask questions, so you'd be able to understand what your work is and the subject and stuff like that. And Wesleyan just seems like it's one big family. Like everybody knows everybody, and I think that knowing the other students in your school and knowing your faculty as well is crucial in your college experience. This gift would benefit me and my family just because it'd lift the burden of having to pay for college, but I think more would be it'd benefit my community because I plan on returning to my community after I graduate, and when I return, I'll have more knowledge than I did before I went to college, and I just think I'd be able to do more things and volunteer for more positions because I'd have more knowledge than I did before. And my definition of service is just to help others. And service is just giving your time and your talents and your efforts to other people to benefit them. And I think whenever you serve somebody, it just makes you a better person. And it can make some people realize how lucky that they really are. And it can open their eyes to a new world and just, it makes me happy. I'm not sure how other people feel about it, but I really like to do it. And it can make somebody a better leader in their family or in their community. And I think we were all put here on earth for, probably a few reasons, but I definitely think that service is one of them.